Good afternoon, folks. 17:05, third day, fourth month, 18th year. Having a quick look around Worldview. Because the image in the United States wasn't in yet, I have to go over here to April 2nd. Change my cursor a bit, so I hope this shows up better. We'll find out. Right, and I was looking off the coast of North Carolina here. From here it doesn't look like much. But as I zoomed in on this, I started seeing these loops. Look at these out here at sea. See them? Not naturally occurring cloud formations making clouds. What can you say about that? Geoengineering, see the shadow of that, where that's broken, that's that piece, that curve. Shadow here, Chembomb plume there, something's deployed. All right, I just wanted to show that's just very interesting, or not very interesting, depending upon your perspective. But to me, this is documenting geoengineering off the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Outer Banks there, Wilmington, all that, beautiful beaches, pristineness. And as I go over the lovely state over here by Vietnam, you see the plumes. Gung ho yeehaw. Look at the EMF signature in these clouds over here outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. See? Undeniable geoengineering going on in the United States of America. I call this my home state. And right now it's a home to a mess. Look at this as we head towards South Carolina. See the different way these are going? How many directions of the wind do you have here? These are plumes. These are different than the old chemtrails. This isn't a single plane going by and doing that. Something has deployed payloads that are then making individual plumes amongst themselves. These are not your normal Tesla waves. Look at these curves. Look at these movements. This is not all just plasma nucleation. I do see quite a bit of that. You can't deny that we're not living in a plasma soup. And once this 5G comes on, oh my God, you think the buzz in your ears is loud now? Just you wait. You're going to feel it in your bones. It's never going to go away. And is it worth, the laziness of not knowing what's in your refrigerator to have your refrigerator remind you that you need milk? Is it worth it? You have to ask yourself these things. At what point are we making ourselves obsolete? I think at lots of points we are. Look at these chem bombs here deployed here. What's going on in here? Absolute nastiness as I go into Alabama. I had to start uploading stuff this way because of the censorship on Facebook and other social media sites. I have to start owning these videos. I have to start recording these feeds. And even if I have to put 2 or 3 of them up, I will. This is just what I do. I'm going to record the gilt. This is the gilt. Look how white these plumes are. Look at this. Nastiness. That's not coming in very clear. As we go in toward Huntsville, Alabama over here, it's an absolute whiteout. And above your whiteout, this is what you've got. You've got chemtrails. You've got Chemtrails, USA. Yeah? Undeniable chemtrails. You can't tell me they don't exist. You can't tell me that all these clouds should be forming in rows like this. And that they should be going in a different direction than everything else. This is coming this way, that's going that way. These are different type nucleations. This is that plasma nucleation. These white dotty ones, the microwave popcorn clouds. Those are being microwaved into existence. So we're all being microwaved. I head into Mississippi. That whiteout mix. It's all whited out. But you see, if you look through the mix, you see these lines. These are the chemtrails. These are what's dispersing. This is what's making this hazy crappiness. Look at the circle here. This is geoengineering over the United States of America. And it's not just the United States of America that's doing this. Look, but right now, I just wanted to have a peek over there. When I saw that, I wanted to show you. But look at these plumes here. What do you got here? You got a power station here pluming moisture into the air. What's here? What's doing it all at the same time? What's going on is geoengineering. That's what's going on. Look at these plumes over the Gulf of Mexico. Look at this microwave pulse here. It's not just one direction. You can see the curve of it. You had a compass point and drew a circle. You can come up with the epicenter of this. It's not going to scratch my screen. There's that a virtual one. You get the curve to this. And this is what I look for. Electromagnetic frequency. Look at these lines going this way as well. You can't tell me there's that many directions of the wind here. On that many levels of the atmosphere. Do you have high pressure going over low pressure that's going over high pressure that's going over low pressure? No, you do not. Oh, wait a minute. We've microwaved those parts of your atmosphere, so therefore, yes, you do. Man has done it for you. Man has created this lift conditions to form these clouds. Look at this. Look at this mess. Over the Gulf of Mexico, where a fishery is here, that we all eat the food. Oh, no, we don't. Because the oil spills killed it all, and we poisoned it with Corexit. What could possibly go wrong? Pouring carcinogens in this beautiful fishery here. What can go wrong? Cancers can go wrong, you know. But, you know, that's big business, isn't it? That treating of that type illness is $4.5 million per person that has to get chemotherapy. Enjoy the fact and knowing that they're counting on that money from you. They're counting on it. The pharma dollar has been born a long time ago. Guaranteed sales. They're counting you. They're counting sheep. While you sleep, they count sheep. Look at that nastiness. Look at these plumes over the Gulf of Mexico. This is intolerable, and I will not be silent. You can't tell me that a contrail didn't dissipate by the time it went from here all the way over to here and got his picture taken on satellite. You can't tell me that that went from there to there in under a minute. In under a minute, because that's how long a natural contrail should last. You can't tell me that because I can see with my own eyes that this is here. This is here. These are chemtrails. These are taking your sunlight away from your days. Did you decide you wanted to pick Florida for your holiday so you can get some sunshine? Sorry. You could kiss me ass over Kissimmee because you're not going to get it. They have blocked the sunlight. Did you count on seeing the sunset? I don't think you're going to see it through this veil of crap. Unless you're going to say, ooh, look how beautiful that color that's not natural is off my coast. Look at this square cloud here in the Atlantic Ocean. This is geoengineering. Look at the chemtrails going into it. Look at how it's dispersed with microwave energy. Something has energized this area, and when the particulates went through it, this is how it nucleated. This is how it nucleated into a square. So that area is now energized to form something within about 48 hours. What's this circular pulse here? You know, these are the things we look for when we look for geoengineering. Something had to have changed pressure and rolled out in a ring from here, from a center and out to make that formation. You know, right turn glide. What else can you say about this other than the wrongness in which I speak, you know? So as I go back to here, where I started at, this is the guilt. This is not natural. Look at them. This is just it. That's just blatant. That's blatant. Absolutely blatant. As you go up here, it's total whiteout. It's really hard to get any determining features out of much anything other than the fact is this pulse wave here off Virginia Beach. See it? Absolutely getting fried, these poor folks. Look at this. Square form here. Yeah. Undeniable. Undeniable geoengineering. Chemtrails in the United States. I was going to give a weather forecast with this one, but I think I'll make a separate video for that. This is just too important to show the geoengineering on this worldview. Because this is our planet on the latest image from April 2nd of the United States. And it might as well be April Fool's, because to see this is a fucking joke to me, that this is allowed to go on. Across the entire Atlantic Ocean, this chemtrail goes. Look at it. This one touches that one, all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. It's intolerable that you need to control the weather out here. Is there a farmer's field? I got to keep pointing that out. This is not benefiting anybody but somebody that's rich, that's invested in crops or invested in poisoning us and investing in cures. This is not in our best interest to invest in this kind of future. The animals under this need sunlight. They're phytoplanktons and stuff under here. They have to have sunlight. And if they die, the animals that eat them die. The baleen whales won't have any plankton to eat. And they will be washing up on our shores dead of starvation in an ocean that should be teeming with life. We must fix this. We must do this. It is our task. It is our task to fight particulates put in the atmosphere and forced plumes of sand blown into the air to irritate our lungs. And this plume is coming from Africa and it's on its way across the Atlantic Ocean now. Now imagine it was today, would it look like this? It's all the way over to here across the coast of South America. This is the latest image I have. It stopped in front of the United States. Now I can move onwards. Let's go here to the UK area and Europe. Now this storm here, it's clearly square. Clear. Look at it. That is not a round funneling vortex. It just is not. It is man-made madness. This is geoengineering, not experimenting anymore quietly or asking permission. This is being done. This is not an experiment anymore. If anything, that's the experiment. It's the people. What is the effect of this on human beings? The pets can't quite tell us, all their woes, but they do communicate when they're ill. And this is affecting them too. This mists from this stuff is on the dews in the grass in the morning. And the dogs are walking through this to do their business and snouting down and smelling. They're going to be developing warts and cancers on their paws and on their snouts. And I'm seeing it across the planet. And it's not in just one country. It's everywhere. And the animals are suffering. I'm suffering. I've been sick for, it feels like, over a year because of this air that I'm breathing. It's not like I can say, can I have some other air? This is what we got. This is what's in the jar. This is what we breathe. And this is what we do to it. We're farting in our own jar and sniffing it. Look at this diamond-shaped cloud here off of Ireland. Look at this. This is not naturally occurring cloud formation at all off the coast of Ireland. All this heavy EMF over here outside of Dublin. Look at this ring. See it? Poof, something deployed. Because this looks different than those. This is on a different level of the atmosphere than those. There's another square here. These people's ears must be absolutely ringing outside over here near Waterford. So unfair, and I will not be silent. Look at these plumes. Ireland, beautiful Ireland. You should have clear skies. Well, the high pressure that's been generated over here, I felt when they turned it on, they got such a crazy outflow that it's actually going to drive this storm down here. It's going to curl up and then slowly start edging back up toward Ireland, toward about 5 days from now. And I'll be watching it closely. But the way they heated up England said, nah, we ain't getting it, but you guys can have it. They've controlled your weather while they made sure that it just stayed cloudy here, that we just get no sunshine. Absolutely scandalous. Look at this swoosh here. Did Nike pay for that particular cloud formation so people from jet planes can have a commercial? I don't know. But definitely when I look through this mix of this crap, you can see the lines of chemtrails through it. You can see the chemtrails through this nastiness. And there's lots of them. And this is off the coast where I am. I'm over here in this area here. Along this coastline here, puffins and seals and all sorts of wildlife. And there are whales out here. It seems because of the EMF, they beach around here. It's really sad. It breaks my heart when I see these beautiful, majestic creatures so confused that they drive themselves onto land because they can't navigate anymore because we are frying their environment. Look at these microwaves. You think that's not interfering with the ability of sonic animal control? These animals, they're sonic. They feel the vibrations and the pulses in the water through the skin of their bodies. And we're throwing their communication and their navigation off by microwaving and pulsing the tops of the water. You can't tell me that's do this, it's not going to affect where an animal thinks it is. It might give off a sonic sound like it thinks it's an open sea, and it's an hour, and it is around the island, and then beaches, because it thought it was somewhere else. Because it's the one that's in charge of the navigation. It's the one that knew the route. And this time the route was, in its mind, altered by the frequency it was hearing from the land. And to me, it's unacceptable. And we need to consider these things. And great studies need to be done about this before this is allowed to continue. Look at Germany over here. Just absolutely getting fried, ears ringing, plumes of crap over the top of you. Cologne, you know, whiteout, absolute whiteout. And I'm just having a quick looks around. I'm looking for the obvious. And when I see a plume like this, I know to zoom in on it. I know this is toxic. I know this is poison, and you're breathing it. Krakow. Having it. Look at this. How many directions of the wind are blowing here today? If we're blowing in that way, it'd be the biggest tornado anybody ever seen, and the Wicked Witch herself will be pedaling on by. But instead, I just see evil spells at work here. And we need to stop it. We need to counteract this. Because I love my planet, and I do this because I love it. I do this with my own time, my own heart. Isn't this beautiful? Nah. I love my planet. And I'm sure if I look down here and I was walking around, I wouldn't want to look up and see that chemtrail. I'd want to look down and see the flowers. I want to see the wildlife. Just get really upset when I see all this. You know, Europe, Hungary. Here you go, Budapest. Beautiful Budapest, absolutely whited out. Criminal. How many chemtrails are up here? See them? Showing up long enough, not dissipating in the amount of time they should to be photographed by a satellite of that, and to be that long. Those are chemtrails. Let's call it what it is. These are different than contrails. Do not be conned. This is proof. This is your proof. The pulse. See the curve. See the difference. Bzzz. You grilling a steak? Nah, fried sheep. Grilled sheep. Bah. Well, let me lead the flock to safety. Wake you slowly. Drip feed you the truth. Start with 9/11. There were no planes. You have been so fooled and lied to, people. You just fucking have. This is just horrendous. Look at this oddness right here. Oh, it's deplorable. Anyways, if you tuned in this one to catch an Australia forecast, today's just not the day for that on this. I'm going to do that separately. This is just too horrendous to not show. This is all of us. This is going somewhere else, these chemtrails off the coast of Italy. Chemtrails off the coast of Italy. Oh, mercy, mercy on all of us sometimes. You know, all I need is the air that I breathe. And I don't need this plume. Look at the color of it. And you're breathing it. Enjoy your sulfates. Enjoy your sulfuric acid that you think is sunburn on your body, reddening your skin. Enjoy it. You can't tell me that ain't going to give you skin cancer. Sulfuric acid constantly applied, or even the dust of this sulfur settling on your clothes, combining with sweat. Add sunshine. Those are the catalysts you need for the precursors to make the sulfuric acid. Look at this chemtrail right over the top of that island on the 3rd of April. Look how wide that one is. Horrendous, horrendous. You know, I'm almost around the world. I'm almost around the whole planet. You see it yet? You see how it's everywhere? It's from Africa. It's everywhere. This is Nigeria. How many directions? I got to point that out of the wind. Look at these streamers. Look at these plumes. Look at the whiteout haze. Do you think the sunlight's getting to these trees properly, to these animals in these forests? I do not think so. Do you think you're going to have a good crop of food to eat? I do not think so. I do not think so at all. It's a whiteout. It's Chembomb over Africa. And it's serious. It's deadly. It's dire. It must cease. It just must. And all of us need to be doing videos like this and showing it. Every single one of us should be screaming bloody murder at the top of our lungs. The call is on. You're breathing this. Do you have the military the filtration systems for your air that other people can afford and you cannot? Do you have the EMF resistant paints and windows in your house? Can you afford those? I have to point these things out. I have to point them out. Do you get access to the same kind of health care as other people that can afford endlessness can have to remove toxins from their body? Can you? And if you can't, you better be fighting. You better be fighting for your life. Your life. Like I always say, this is all of us. This is where we are. Big love, people.